Do not think about weight loss like homework, okay? If you think about weight loss like homework, you're gonna do it all wrong. Okay, so most people, they think about weight loss like homework. They're like, it's a science, it's 2 + 2 = 4. If I burn more calories than I intake, I will lose weight. And mathematically that is correct, but if you approach weight loss like that, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be like my friend Jared, okay? I met this guy, Jared. Didn't spell it quite the same way as me, but I went to this bluegrass festival in San Francisco this past weekend, and I go to this stage. There's this big stage called Hardly Strictly, and we sit down next to some random people, and we start talking to them. And this guy's name is Jared, and he looks like me, so we're laughing and stuff, and inevitably Subway comes up, right? Like Jared from Subway. I think he says like, do you spell your name like Jared the Diamond Jeweler? And then we laugh. I'm like, oh yeah, good one, man. Good one. Yeah, you didn't say Subway. Good. Nice. I like it. So anyways, we start talking and he tells me about this diet he's on. And you know how I think about diets, right? So he's telling me, oh man, I lost 15 pounds over 5 weeks. And at first I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. But then he tells me, he's cut out sugar and carbs, and I start feeling a little uncertain, a little anxious. I want to speak up. I want to say, dude, I have a weight loss platform, and I help people lose weight without dieting, without thinking about weight loss in these overly simplistic 2 + 2 formulas. This homework approach. That I wanted to call him out. It seems like you're in a homework approach. I wanted to tell him that. What do you think I should have? I don't know. I just met him. He was happy. Didn't seem like the right place to really have a deep conversation. But I kind of feel a little bad afterwards. Like, man, he might be stuck in a homework mentality of losing weight, overly simplified. And what happens inevitably, you gain the weight back, right? So you gain the weight back when you try to do the homework approach. I've been in a gym before, I've worked in a gym before. People do lose weight, but science is ultimately very, very clear about this. If you go on a diet, it's gonna freaking come back. Get it through your head, okay? So if you have this homework, calorie in, calorie out approach, I really want you to broaden your perspective on weight loss. And people sometimes start to say, okay, that's good. I'm open to that. I know diets don't work. Enlighten me, right? And so one of the fundamental truths of weight loss enlightenment is that the answer is within you. The answer is within you, and particularly within your body. Right? And so not only is like the truth in you, not only is God in you, but your hunger is in you. And in terms of weight loss, your hunger is the source. It's one of the starting points that you need to take in order to really see weight loss differently. Okay. So do you like how this whiteboard is changing? Yeah, it's a cool whiteboard, huh? It's pretty nifty. Yeah. Anyways, so I got this guy named I'll call him Twill. Call him Twill, okay? I'm gonna call him Twill. His name's Twill, and Twill might want to think about weight loss differently, because when we start to talk about hunger, a lot of the times what goes through people's head is this subconscious fear of hunger. Okay, so this comes from 2 different ways. I'll go into that in a little bit, but we have to realize that the fear of hunger oftentimes causes us to overeat. Okay, so we have the fear of hunger on one hand, and then we have a improper association with pleasure on the other hand, with overeating, okay? So we have overeating improperly identified with pleasure, like you stuff yourself with donuts and then you think to yourself, oh, that was amazing. That's an improper identification of hunger, of fullness with eating too much. So we have that on one side. You eat too much and then you think it's really good. On the other hand, we're afraid of hunger. So we're driven to eat more. We avoid hunger. That means we're overly full. All right. So if you're a chronic dieter, this might be happening to you a lot of the time. Subconsciously, when you start to lose weight, you panic. You're hungry, you're stressed out. You've been conditioned by the diet industry, by human society, to be fair too, to fear hunger. So you go to the other side, and then overeating is your refuge. It's your home. And even if you're like Twill, who's just kind of a normal person who eats too much, Twill, not really a dieter, just goes to work, likes going out with friends, likes partying, likes having fun. Nothing wrong with that. This whole weight loss enlightenment, so many people, because I lived as a monk for such a long time, they come up to me and they say, Jared, Buddhism is so detached. It's so dry. I feel like, Buddhism is saying I can't be happy or sad, and that's not the way I want to live my life. And in weight loss, the same thing happens as well. People say, well, I really want to have fun. I like having fun. And no, yes, have fun, please have fun, please have fun, please have fun. Food is social. We evolved with food, hanging out with friends, eating. So you need to be able to have fun and eat food. But thinking overeating is fun is a misidentification of hunger. Okay, so this is why it's called enlightenment, because we use our awareness to discern what is actually real, and the truth sets us free. Because the truth is, you can enjoy yourself with friends and have food. That's fine, absolutely fine. But when you reach the point of fullness and you keep eating, that is not feel good. That does not feel good. That does not feel good. Overeating does not feel good. You need to expand your perception. Weight loss is not like this simple homework that you just do, right? It's not like you just exercise a ton and then you lose weight. It just doesn't work that way. Exercise, exercise is great. I try to exercise a lot, but it's not to lose weight. Okay, it's to look good and feel good. All right. If you try to just exercise to lose weight, too simplified of an approach. It's not going to work. There's some science in the blog articles below, over 60 studies that show that exercise does not lead to weight loss. It's what you eat, okay? And if you have this simplified thing where you're fearing hunger and you're not examining with awareness your hunger, then you're going to be trapped in an endless cycle that's going to make you fat, tired, lethargic, everything. It's going to happen. I guarantee it. So, what to do about hunger? You're starting to realize by sitting down right now. Think back to the last time you overate. Let's say you were eating sushi. You have one sushi bite. Sushi roll, 6 bites in a roll. You have a whole roll, 6 bites. It's pretty good. Nice. It feels good. You're hungry. It's satisfying your hunger. You're with your friends. You're talking. It feels good. Boom. And what happens is you start to lose track of time. You start to have fun, like my friend Twill. And another roll comes, a beer comes, another roll comes, and you're still having fun. And when you leave that setting, you have this memory ingrained in you. Lots of food is fun. You've been hanging out with your friends, drinking, having a good time. Lots of food feels good, right? That's what the diet industry wants you to believe. And that's just human nature, right? Like there's so many different countries out there in the world where hunger is a huge problem. A huge problem. And maybe you grew up in a situation where hunger was a huge problem. Okay. And so being full is like, I'm surviving. I am freaking surviving here. And that we want to be careful, because when we really bring awareness, right? When we really bring this yoga to this fullness, we start to realize that second sushi roll, it didn't taste as good as the first one. That third didn't taste as good as the second. And the fourth, if you got there, you didn't even taste it. You're just eating, you're just shoving food in your mouth. And meanwhile, your belly is starting to get uncomfortable. Oh, you can hardly move afterwards. You're like, man. Oh, I just want to lay down. Oh, my belly, it hurts. It hurts. So that's awareness. That's when we get wise to hunger, okay? So that's when we start to see hunger differently. We start to leave this paradigm of oversimplified things. We start realizing the truth is within us, and the damn truth when you overeat is that it doesn't feel good. And I invite you to try out these simple tips to try out reducing your hunger in the moment as you eat. So first, Janine Roth, excellent practitioner. She's been on Oprah before. That's funny that I say that, right? Like, that's the social proof. She's been on Oprah, so she's amazing. No, but Janine Roth is really good. And this scale that I'm presenting to you, it's a pretty simple scale. It makes a lot of sense. Basically, people are conditioned through evolutionary history, through the diet industry, by hunger being a bad thing, traditionally speaking, to think that being 10 out of 10 is good on the fullness scale, right? So people think improperly that 10 out of 10 fullness is good. But if you kind of start seeing your meals as you eat, so the first sushi roll, you then check in on the scale and you see, where am I at on the scale? 1 is starving, 5 is midway, 7 is comfortable. 7 or 8 is comfortably full. 3 is kind of like, I'm still kind of hungry. 10 is stuffed. All right, so if you finish that first sushi roll or the first portion or whatever, you evaluate, you use this scale, you say, where am I at? And then you evaluate. You start learning to listen to your stomach, right? The yoga of weight loss, right? You got to tune into your body. Is your stomach growling? Is it silently stuffed? Is there space? Is there gurgles? Is there rumbling? These are all signs that, like the rumbles and the gurgles and the space. Actually, when you feel space and there's no gurgles, that's actually kind of like you're kind of reaching a point of being comfortably full. When there's gurgling and stuff like that, you probably can eat more. When you're starting to feel stretched, you got to be careful. That's when, if we're aware, things are going to start not feeling good. Okay. So we use this scale to start, it's like a training wheel, right? We start eating, we pause, we use this scale. We think, where am I at? Give myself a rating. Okay, I'm at a 5. Eat a little bit more. Okay, I'm at a 7. Reevaluate. And what's going to happen is if you're a chronic dieter or maybe you're like Twill, who's just kind of used to overeating, what's going to happen is that when you hit that point of 7 or 8 and you're comfortably full, you might start to panic. You might start to freaking panic. Oh my God, I'm full, but I'm with my friends and I'm still want more food. You got to catch yourself at that moment. Because that's your past conditioning. You need to be able to step back and realize all these messaging, all your habits that are leading up to this point telling you to overeat. But you need to step back and actually think about how this is going to feel. Is this bite actually going to taste good? Maybe. Is it going to stuff my stomach even more? Do I need it? Am I going to regret it afterwards? Right? So you go through a couple of thought processes. Some of them, which is, first of all, give yourself permission to have more if you want, okay? Like pause, realize if you want more food, you can have more food. But be honest with how it feels, okay? This thing is about feelings, right? Because if you're taking this homework approach, calories in, calories out, you're up in your head, you're thinking about it, right? You're not feeling your body. And that's why all that dieting crap fails. Because you're in your head, you're thinking, you're not feeling your body, and emotions are way more powerful than feeling. So I know I'm talking really fast today. I had way too much coffee. I'm actually having a blast with this fast talking thing. Let me know how you like it. I'm trying to give as much information as I can. And yeah. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, thought processes. So you're getting full and you reach that point of fullness, and now you're what's it called? You might have a little panic because you got this momentum and you think to yourself, okay, I can have more food. Is this food going to taste good? You want to be aware. You think to yourself, you think about to your past experiences where you overeat and you're still full the next day. You realize overeating doesn't feel good. It's like if you're trying to brush your teeth with, like, imagine here's a toothbrush, right? Here's my toothbrush. And I put in this much freaking toothpaste. It's like, like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. That's what's happening when you overeat, okay? Your intestines are literally so full with food, the food spills over and becomes fat, okay? You don't want that. You don't want to be choking on toothpaste. You don't want your intestines choking on food, okay? Like, It doesn't feel good. 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 Do you get the point? It doesn't feel good, all right? That's how you start to rethink all these losing weight fast with healthy meal plans, right? It doesn't feel good when you diet or when you overeat, okay? I think I'm reaching the end here. Yeah, let me know what you think. I want to know what you think. Go to the website. I'm at Jared_Levinson, Twitter, Instagram. Download the ebook on the website. And what other questions do you have, all right? So you can go to the website and join the Facebook group yeah. Okay, that seems about it. Okay, that'll be it. Peace.